everyone. I am your host, Bella. You are watching News and Views with Bella. Our guest, I'm guessing it's a little late or hasn't chimed in yet, so we're gonna do a little talk before then. I'm basically gonna talk about how I got started and what brought me here and this far, and the inspiration is giving me, and the confidence is giving me to do a whole bunch of other things. So I started off on Connected with basically just behind the scenes. I'm one of the people that I'd rather be behind the scenes than to be anywhere else. But I knew I wanted to do a whole bunch of other stuff, but I just didn't have the confidence or the self esteem basically to do it. I'd rather be behind the scenes. So, talking to KG and getting everything together, he was like he wanted to see what else, I could possibly do. So it brought me to the whole podcast thing. I was thinking about it. I was doing a record, and then the I was behind the scenes doing the engineering. So I talked about. I was like, yeah, I do it or whatever. So he kind of put me on the spot, and I did one, and it brought me to now. I think I'm about 15. I'm at my 15th episode. Um, it's kind of made me a whole lot excited. A whole lot excited. So, I'm getting a whole bunch of different people together. I don't really have a specific um subject. So, I kind of go around from like, the MC world where I came from, and different entertainers and different other topics that I like to talk about. I didn't want to stick to one subject. I didn't want to be in just one box. So, I dibble and dabble in a whole lot of other stuff. Like my episode last week was with Chariots of Thunder. I have one with the Slingshotters, and I've also did some with other topics. But these topics right here, it's something that I've experienced, and it's something that I want to share with other people. So it's it's a little bit of everything, but it's brought me to a place where I'm really satisfied with where I am in life and what I'm doing. Like, it's for me, it's challenging me to be, what I'm saying, to be more than what I am striving to be. Every day I impress myself. So it's bigger than what I think it is, and it's showing me that I can do a whole lot more than what, what I'm saying, I set myself out to do. And it's basically, it's making me impress myself, and it's something that I want to continue to do. So, I have a lot of other goals that I'm doing, a lot of other people that I do want to do interviews with. So it's something where, I'm really gonna, it's something to look forward to basically, and it's something I'm gonna be looking forward to. My guests are amazing, amazing, and it's a welcoming thing to know that they're happy to be here and they're happy to be interviewed by me. um and so far I've got a bunch of good reviews. I haven't even got any bad reviews yet. I've got a lot of good reviews, and people that want to come back on to talk on the show. So it's it's getting there. It's getting there, and it's getting, what I'm saying, it's making me have more ideas and more brighter things that I want to do so far. And as far as my thing in the MC world, like I've got that, that's something that I'm doing also. And I also have my own business that I'm doing, which is called Bella Lace Resources. Bella Lace Resources is something that I've been working on for a few years now. It's coming to, I'm working on it slowly because I want it to be something that is gonna, change the world, hopefully. It's a resource company that I want to build and to, make a platform for the kids, the teenagers, the young women and the young men who are in crisis. I started it about 5 or 6 years ago, I believe. And it's I'm trying to put it together piece by piece. I want my foundation to be really strong. So, it's gonna be something where, people can come in and, they can talk about the stuff they're going through, and I'll be able to have the resources for them to, to find something to help them to be able to be somewhere where they feel safe, or to be able to, what I'm saying, to have the tools they need to get to have a better life for themselves. It's coming along. I want to partner with different companies and different places where, they can go, like, the youth in crisis, the pregnant youth, the youth that don't know about, doctor's visits, and, family planning, or, places they can go to get help if they have different issues or different stuff going on. The kids that don't feel safe at home, the kids that don't have a home, the homeless youth, that type of stuff is what I'm working on. And I kind of try to combine my life in the MC world, and, my business to make that like a community service thing. And it's like, when you have the connections that I have, and, what I'm saying, I want to, to kind of put them together to help the youth we have. And it's something that, a lot of other people who are aware of it, they want to help also. And I just I just want to help. I want to be a big help to the youth, because when I first moved down here, and I was riding a bus. Riding a bus, you meet different people. You meet a lot of different people. You talk to a lot of different people. And working in the school system, when I worked in the school system, I talked to a lot of the youth. And a lot of the youth out here don't know people, don't have that person that they can talk to, the people that they can confide in. And you see so much stuff riding on the bus also. And it's like, you want to be a help to them, you want to do stuff for them. And that's me, that's where I am with it. Knowing what I know and experience what I experienced, that's all I want to do, is help the youth. So I try to use the platform that I have to, to give back. I'm saying, to give back and to do what I can to help. And that's what's going on now. And, I try to find topics that will better help other people, and, bring in people that, might want to talk about stuff, or, reach out to other people. And, that's what I hope my podcast does for everyone, is to find something in it that they can basically, you know, help themselves with. Or, you can reach out to different people we're connected, and, see if we can do something to help you. And that's what I hope comes out of me doing my show and my podcast, is, having people to, kind of reach out and let we need this, or can you help with this, or can we partner with this. And that's the whole aspect of why I decided to, go ahead and do it, because I was terrified. I was terrified coming on, because I'm not one of the people who, basically talks a lot. I run out of stuff to say quick, unless it's something that I'm really interested in, and me ad libbing, or me doing, what I'm saying, other stuff to pass the time, is stuff that I'm still working on in myself. But, you know, to come on and to basically talk to you guys about what I'm trying to do myself, and what, Kevin Connected is helping me to try to strive and do for everyone else, is, it's something that it's my passion, and it's something that I'm trying to build for a better, say a better purpose. So, it's kind of easy for me to do this one, and it came suddenly, because I am waiting for my guest to show up, and I haven't heard anything yet. So, hopefully he pops in or whatever. But until then, I guess I'll kind of give y'all a little bit about myself, and why I decided to do this show, and, what brought me to Connected, period. But it's just the community service that this company does, the community service that Kev does as a whole, the love he has for the youth and people in general, is why I decided to join Connected. it's an amazing journey, and it's amazing working with him and the Connected family, because they definitely helped me with my passion. You know what I'm saying? They made me more well rounded to know what I wanted to do, because it was like I was dabbing in a whole bunch of different things, but it all kind of connected as a whole for me, because I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't know how I was going to do it in the platform I was going to use for it. So for me, this is my journey, and this is where I'm going, and this is my passion. And when you have something that you can actually do and enjoy, it's a better thing. It's like finding a job that goes with what you in lines with what you want to do. And it's fun. It's something for you to get up and wake up every morning and want to go do. And for me, that's what it is. So in my spare time, besides my own job, this is what I look forward to. Making a difference for different people, and different, sharing my vision with everyone else, and trying to, just make myself better. It's it's an amazing experience, and it's something that I want to share with everyone. So, for those of us who do want to partner with Connected, or do want to do something as far as Connected, what Connected has going on, just reach out. You might see me in the streets, or might see me somewhere. Just let me know. I always carry business cards, whether it be mine or whether it be Connected. I always have business cards. You just let us know, or hit us up on Facebook, or Instagram or something. You definitely gonna see us out here. And Kev always wears the Connected shirts, so you will know us when you see us. And we got a bunch of things going on now. We have the comedy show, which is July 3rd. We have Poetry in Motion, which is the last Thursday in June. And we got our Connected magazine release party. We got that going on also, and that's the last Saturday, or last Sunday in June. So you can reach out to us there. They'll be at Heist Brewery. So the flyers are all over the place. The flyers are on my Facebook, on Connected Facebook, on Queen City Awards Facebook. So if you feel like you want to join any of those, or reach out to us in any of those things, just let us know. We will definitely get to you and let you know what's going on. So I believe we have a commercial coming up. So I'll get back to you after the commercial.
Are you a content creator looking for a home for your movies, TV shows, podcasts, or more? Well, I have the perfect home for you. It's called Connected TV, which is in over 180 million homes on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. I see you like those numbers, so don't wait. Call us today at 1-855-566-6328, extension 5. We have very affordable rates. Don't let your... Do you want thousands of potential customers to see your business, artist, event, etc.? Of course you do. Well, get a commercial on Connected TV, which is on Roku and Amazon Fire TV in over 180 million homes. You heard me correctly, in over 180 million homes, so it's a no-brainer. Call 1-855-566-6328, extension 5, because you don't want to miss out on these great opportunities.
Hi, welcome back. I wanted to give you a little more information on the other things we have coming up besides the events that we have. We are also partnering with a school called Kingdom Kids. It's in Concord. They are amazing, amazing. When I say we love the children, we love the children, and the school just is breaking ground. Well, it's getting off the ground. She has a summer program coming up. You might have seen, a lot of you who are my friends on Facebook or Instagram have seen me post the flyers and the advertisement for the school. We do partner with them. We also have a, a classroom in here that teaches podcasting, photography, and also they're doing t-shirts. We teach them how to do their own t-shirts, the advertisement on their t-shirts. She just got started with the school. This is her first summer program, and she's also has a camp. She also does autistic kids. She has a thing called Impact Schools. She is it's coming along very well, and it's amazing. Um, a lot of the a lot of the advertisement and the commercials are on the Connected Facebook page. You can see those on there. You know, if you would like to um, bring your kids down and you want to, tour the school, you can get in contact with the Connected on the Connected page and let them know, and they'll get in contact with her. She also has a Facebook page and a podcast on the Connected Facebook page, so you can probably get in contact with her through that also. The school is amazing. It's a private school basically, and she doesn't teach the basics of teaching. She calls them educators. So her class is a mix of different age ranges, but she educates the kids on the fundamentals of learning, but it's not on a age basis or a grade basis. She teaches them through learning, and how she makes it so that you don't have to be stuck on one level. You can learn at your own pace and learn at different levels. Like if you're a fourth grader, you're in the class with a bunch of different grades, but she teaches so that you might not when you leave her class, that fourth grade, that class, you might be learning at a fifth grade level, you might be reading at a fifth grade level, your math might be at a fifth grade level or sixth, seventh grade level, because the learning is limitless in there. I've sat through a lot of her classes, and it's amazing. Her teacher style is wonderful. um I enjoyed being there. I've sat through the podcast class also. Like it's amazing sitting with these children. These children are wonderful, and it's something that you probably would enjoy. You would enjoy. Just go there and take a tour, and speak to Miss Tanisha, and she'll give you the basics on how she's doing in the school, and what the school is about. And I I I advise you, or not really advise you, but I would suggest you do go down there, and talk to her and see the school. It's something that you might want to add your kids to, or if you're a teacher or an educator, you might want to join the school also. It'll be amazing, an amazing experience. That's one of the other things that we're doing. We're partnering with that school. It's we got the Queen City Awards coming up. The Queen City Awards is wonderful, and that's what the events we have now are leading up to. The Queen City Awards is in November, but we have a comedy contest, a comedy show contest. Once the winner of the contest will be on the Queen City Awards stage. The Poetry in Motion, the winner of that one will be on stage also. And then we have our performers that have been performing through the summer season, that are amazing, amazing performers. And it's definitely gonna be something to look forward to. Definitely gonna be something to look forward to. November 22nd is the Queen City Awards. So you might want to get your tickets ahead of time, or I think nominations is coming up also. So just keep looking out for us, and keep looking out for the different events, and because they're definitely the preview to the show itself, the preview to the show itself, and it's wonderful. So if you want to get a sneak peek on what's going to be going on in November, you might want to get you some tickets for the comedy show or the poetry, or all of them, comedy show, the Poetry in Motion, and the different concerts that we have coming up. Um, it's going to be something to look forward to. We also got we're working on an event for the kids. It's called the Kidpreneurs. I think that's what it's called, the Kidpreneurs. The Kidpreneurs is coming up also. You look out for the tickets for that. And that'll be the kid vendors. We're gonna have kid vendors. The kid vendors, they're gonna be selling their stuff and what they have. They'll be selling stuff and what they have, and you can buy from them and see the creative minds of these kids, and what they have created and made for you to sell. Then we'll have probably a couple of performers. It'll be something to look forward to. Also, that's also going to be, I think, at Heist. Um, I'm trying to remember the other stuff we have coming up. It's gonna be an exciting summer. We definitely gonna have an exciting summer. It's gonna be full of stuff that's gonna do wonderful for the community and the kids themselves. We get into a little bit of everything. Y'all, it's time for another commercial. All right, I'll see you when we get back.
At Kingdom Kids Empowerment Academy, our focus is on developing the whole child. We do this by focusing on our core value system, which is the acronym HEAL. That stands for Holistic Health, Mind, Body, and Spirit. E stands for Economic and Entrepreneurship. A stands for Academic Success. And L stands for Leader Development. So what our goal is to do is to make sure they are academically, socially, and emotionally sound individuals.
Kingdom Kids has made a big impact on all three of my children. I have a 5-year-old that's reading very well, can express his emotions. Which is really big. I have an 11-year-old who was having problems with ADHD, focusing in the traditional school, and now he's here. We appreciate the one-on-one Miss Tanisha has for our children.
At Kingdom Kids Empowerment Academy, we don't just teach. Our goal is to build future leaders.
Hi, I am Zoe, and I am a graduate from Kingdom Kids. I enjoyed and loved the program so much to the point where I come back on my free time and volunteer.
We believe every child is born with greatness. We believe every kid has a quirk. At Kingdom Kids, our goal is to empower them to soar and reach it.
If you're ever looking for a place that your child can be wholesome, your child can be who they are, and the teacher can meet them where they are, I truly, truly, truly would say Kingdom Kids Empowerment Academy.
At Kingdom Kids Empowerment Academy, we're looking for families like you. Will you join us?
All right, y'all, welcome back. Welcome back. We just played a video of the commercial of the school that I was telling you about before we went on break. I wanted to give y'all a little insight on it and, let you know that, that's something, you might want to look into. They have a lot of stuff coming up, and they have the school year coming up also. And she's still taking applications for the school year. I'm not sure she's still taking applications for the summer though. The summer program might be closed, or you might have a waiting list for that. I wanted to give y'all a little information on that, and let you know that our kids are definitely something that we need to look out for, and also letting you know that the school is growing, and if you want to put your kids somewhere where they'll be you won't have to second guess or call up, get a check on them or anything like that. And the program that she has for the autistic children is wonderful also. That's a growing program that she has, and I think they take insurances. I think they take Medicaid and other different insurances also. So, if you want to look into that program, if you do have autistic kids or, kids that are on the spectrum and you want to look into that program, that's an amazing place for them. It's a growing program and it might be filling up really quickly. So you want to get your kids in before the school year start and let her know, what's going on. Because I don't think she has an age range for them either, or she might have an age range, I'm not sure, but you should definitely call her and let her know about that. That program is really nice and really beautiful, and when you put your kids in there, you're growing with the program itself. It's definitely something you might want to look into, and we can also basically, I think I'm gonna end it. With you letting you know that Kingdom Kids is something that, the program that you might want to look into. And thank you guys for listening. And I'm gonna end it right here, and you should also stay connected.
Do you want thousands of potential customers to see your business, artist, event, etc.? Of course you do. Well, get a commercial on Connected TV.